Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Creator Aspect. Here we have Pixelz on the podcast. Welcome. Welcome, the
Hello.
legend,
Hello, Pixels.
the legend
Yes, hello.
himself. Yeah, amazing. Well, yeah, thank you for coming on, and welcome to the podcast. It is a
Fun fact
pleasure to have
about
you.
this.
Yeah.
This is actually the first time that my voice has appeared on the internet.
Wait, this is a voice reveal?
Has it?
Yo!
No way.
This is probably the biggest creator aspect leaks ever. We got a voice reveal. Let's go. Add that to the. Yeah, I was wondering if you'd ever revealed your voice because I'm like, I actually don't know what Pixel sounds like.
I feel like I
I'll figure it out.
remember you sounding like that. I don't know where. Maybe in a different video you don't remember. Maybe
And
you
Tiny said.
accidentally. Maybe I could just hear you from everywhere.
Yeah, Tiny, you're just psychic, I guess. Who knows?
Yeah, well, Pixels, weren't you the one that made the game for Jteller?
I was.
It would have been embarrassing if it wasn't you and it was just a random other Pixels person.
Oh my god. Yes. Yeah, but that's a pretty good segue into our first topic. Of course, you are quite the game developer. I literally you kind of just joined in, I needed like an animation for something and you made it for me. I was like, wow, that's great. Thank you so much. And then you made like an entire Jteller game, which is insane. How did you get like so good at developing games? How did you get into that?
Well, it all started when I wanted to make a game. And I had no idea how to make a game, so I found an easy software to use and I just taught myself game development. My first game ever was actually really bad, unsurprisingly.
Yeah.
What was
But
it
ever
about?
since then, it was about a Game Boy trying to get to a city.
The city of Game Boys.
That's fair. So what software do you use? Is it like Unity? Because I've seen
It's
Unity been used.
it's a visual programming software called GDevelop 5. It's really easy to use.
Nice, yeah. Have you used any like YouTube tutorials to like get where you are, or is it just literally all just playing
Yes.
around with things and seeing what works? Okay. Yeah, I was
YouTube
like,
tutorials are like
yeah.
lifesavers when it comes to programming.
Of course, yeah. Anyone that wants to learn how to program or like develop things of code, use YouTube tutorials. The best thing out there. It's literally a
Or
whole
reading.
library.
I've heard coding has to do. You have to read a lot to learn how to do coding and make games. Of course, Pixels. Yours is about mainly not coding. Is it just visual, completely?
Yes, so how it works is there are different, basically, commands that you can create, and how they work is it has an input and an output. When this happens, then trigger this to happen. And through that, you can have when spacebar is pressed, make the character jump, and when a projectile reaches an enemy, set the enemy's health to 0. So that's really easy to learn.
Is it one of those things that look like it looks like a web at the end? It's like a whole web of commands.
Not exactly. It's more like a page of blocks.
That reminds me of it was called
Scratch?
Scratch. Yeah, Scratch.
Yeah, Scratch. That does
Scratch.
remind me of it of Scratch.
I have heard
I
of
love
Scratch.
Scratch. Yeah, I used to do it a lot.
Yeah, well, it'd always be on like computer, like you'd be in the computer class and they'd be like, today you're gonna develop Flappy Bird, and it'd be like a Scratch of like just like a Flappy Bird template, and you'd connect blocks and then Flappy Bird would move. Yeah, just
Yeah, I
good
found
old
it.
2014 elementary school. There
Yeah,
you have it.
I found Scratch from Minecraft paper, the paper Minecraft one. But Pixels, you haven't ever used Scratch? It wasn't ever like taught to you, or?
I don't think so.
So what inspired you into making like games and starting all of that?
pixel art. I just really liked pixel art, and I thought to myself, do you know what would be cool? If I could make games and have the pixel art move.
That's crazy. Pixels moving?
Me when pixels move? Sick.
Anyway, so the Jteller game took 3, I think, days to complete.
3
Yeah.
days?
Yeah,
And did you make all the assets and everything?
yep.
Wow.
Oh wow. Wait, was there music in the
There was music, yes.
Well,
yeah.
actually, the music I made before, but all
Yeah,
the
But that
art
was
I've
also
seen
and
your music.
original?
programming.
That was also
Yes.
original. Wow. Okay. Yeah, like I remember you like putting that out. I remember it's because in a stream of mine, I think you were in the chat or something, and I said, "Oh, Mystic," like I was playing Jump King, and I was like, "Oh, Mystic gets his own game, but I don't. How unfair." Like as a joke because Mystic looks like the character from Jump King, like Shovel Knight. And then you literally made an entire like Jteller Rage game, and I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. Like, it was great. Like, you did an amazing job, and the fact that you were able to pull off all that in 3 days, like it was at least like a few hours of playtime, because it took me a bit to do.
Yeah. What are you planning on making any other games, or are you stopping with the Jteller one?
I am working on one game
Hmm.
called Forest Floor.
Is that like the really big one that you keep teasing with all the like 3D animation stuff?
It's not 3D, it's 2D.
Mm-hmm.
It's a top-down pixel art RPG type thing.
Gotcha.
And I've been working on it for about 6 months, and I've
Wow.
gotten about 0 months worth of progress done on it.
Oh.
So it still has like 3/4 of the game to go. I thought it was going to release like this month,
Gotcha.
but
Is that
I
what
wasn't able to work on it.
is that what the music was about? It was like this one channel where you had a bunch of like music for games, I'm pretty sure. It was like a pixel log as the thumbnail.
Ah, well, I did release some of the music on my YouTube channel.
Yeah, also, like, speaking of that, like, with your, like, old YouTube, I'm pretty sure ePixels was your main channel at one point, correct?
That is correct.
Yeah. And so that had, like, around 500 subs, and you started uploading on your second channel, which I'm pretty sure, like, had around maybe 70 at the time. Around
Yeah,
that? Like, around that
somewhere around
count.
there.
Yeah. And then one day, a video of yours just goes completely viral, and now your second channel has a few thousand, I think like 11,000 more subs than your old main channel. So
Yeah,
is
I
your
don't
alt
know
now
how
your
that
main,
happened.
or like how is that how's that going for you?
I actually don't know. I think that my alt is now my main because I've been
Yeah.
spending a lot of time on it.
Yeah. What are you gonna do with like your old main? Are you gonna like I notice you do still like upload from time to time. Like what is that gonna become?
I think I might still post music there every once in a
Mm-hmm.
while, but other than that, my main channel I'll be posting on will be the secondary one, which is now my main.
Yeah. But
Well,
yeah.
what are you focusing on mostly? Is it just is it pixel art, game development, or like music? Which one do you like the most?
3D animation.
So it wasn't even on the list. What's so special about it? Like, why do you like it more?
I think that 3D animation is my favorite thing to do because it's kind of easier than everything else.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
So with 2D animation, every frame that you make needs to be a new drawing, or every other frame you make needs to be a new drawing.
Yeah.
But with 3D animation, all you need is a single 3D model, and you can make it do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's much easier because in 2D you have to like draw all the perspective. In 3D you just like place the block, move
Yeah,
the camera, and then done.
3D animation, it automatically lights it, it automatically renders it. It's it's just my favorite type of animation.
Yeah.
Which one do you think looks better though? Like,
I used to think that 2D animation looked way better than 3D, no
Mm-hmm.
matter what, but after I started making 3D animations, I'm not so sure.
Mm-hmm.
what makes it better? Is it the like how easy you can express things and stretch things and
Well, at first I thought 2D animation was better because I just thought 3D animation didn't look good because, yeah, it just didn't look natural, I guess. It just looked really weird seeing such realistic lighting on cartoonish characters.
Hmm.
oh is and are you doing that? Or are you like making it non-realistic? Are you trying to make it like low
Well,
res?
when I started 3D animation, I made it very unrealistic. I made it I made different materials to have lines in shaded areas and dots through different colors of the shading so it would look like a comic book. But after that, I decided to make it ultra realistic with some of my newer videos.
Oh. I'm pretty sure you posted the of one of your videos that you recently or not recently a few months ago posted. It was the Charlie one, right? The Charlie voice line.
Yeah, did I jump scare you?
Did I jump scare you? Was
I,
that is that kind of your whole style, or did he switch up on that?
yeah, so that used to be my entire style, but after that, I
Mm-hmm.
continued until the last couple of videos where I decided to make it more realistic.
Oh, what made you
Yeah.
decide that? Did it look better and or
I got inspired by stop motion animation.
Hmm.
yeah. I saw there's more stop like more stop motion in the animations, even though you can make it like have many frames. You decided to jump in some of them instead of making it smooth and adding like not that much lighting. But now, what's different about it? What did he change about the new one? Because I haven't seen it. I haven't seen the new animations.
While in the new animations, the jumping and skipping frames are still there, but the lighting is more realistic, and I made the character look like it could actually exist as something that you could make in real life and model like a
Hmm.
stop motion animation.
Yeah. Very, very
Another thing
nice.
that I did
Yeah.
was Another thing that I did was added a 3D model of the camera behind the virtual camera so that in the reflections you could actually see an actual camera.
Wow. Yeah. I did not even notice that, but yeah. Um, of course, your newer videos. Of course, you had like the one really big video, the the cube room did really well on the Pixels with a Z channel, and then you uploaded Did I Jump Scare You, and then the like a ton more videos with this character. Like all of a sudden, whenever you started using this new style, your videos started like doing incredibly well. Do you think that was like the only reason that like they like really did well, or do you think something else may have come to play as well? How did you crack the algorithm?
So that's actually something that I've been trying to figure out myself. And when
Just
I
did it on
released the
accident.
cube room, it when I released the Cube Room, it did pretty normally for one of my videos, actually above average, getting about, I think, 100 views in the first 2 days.
Yeah.
But after releasing Did I Jump Scare You? Well, I guess the algorithm was on my side that day.
Yeah.
One theory that I have was it's probably the most effort that I've put into an animation. And another theory that I have is comments. There's a lot of comments in the comment section just saying, no, 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 you didn't jump scare me.
Oh, you asked a question in the title and people answered that. So oh my god, that's genius. But
Wow. I thought it was the Flipaclip thing in the bottom left, and everyone was just questioning it. I questioned it myself when I saw it. I thought you made a whole 3D animation in Flipaclip.
yeah. What is
So
the Flipaclip thing about? I wanna know. Did you make the animation in Flipaclip, or like what happened with that?
so I did not make the animation in Flipaclip.
Yeah.
If you read the description or the pinned comment, I wanted to clarify I made the animation in Blender. However, I couldn't animate the face in Blender because I don't know how. I'm not very experienced with Blender and 2D faces. So I decided to just take the Blender animation, move it to Flipaclip, and then draw on the face.
Well, there you go.
Wow.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm like, there's no shot you did this entire thing in Flipaclip. How is that possible? Like,
Yeah,
I'm
I was.
not. Yeah.
For those people who don't know, Flipaclip is just like it's just mobile. I'm pretty sure, it's just pure 2D animation. So it would have been impressive if he actually just completely just 3D everything. I don't know how it would be possible, but yeah. How long did it take you to make the whole model of the character?
So Reverb, which is the character, took, I think, 2 days to model.
2 days.
Yeah, 2 days.
Does that count
And
the time that it took for you to learn Blender? How long were you doing Blender before that?
actually, before that, I had been using Blender for like 4 months. So I knew how to model on Blender somewhat. But the Reverb, the character, had actually appeared in 2D before when I made a picture of a character called Reverb. It didn't look anything like the 3D Reverb, but that's the design I based it off of.
But yeah, your video kind of popped off. I remember seeing it in my Discord server, and you're just like, this went viral. I was like, yo, congrats. I'm like, you're very talented. So I'm glad to see you succeed. Yeah, it's great.
So I don't know how the algorithm works exactly, but this is the second time that this has happened to my channel.
Yeah.
Or one of my channels. On the original channel, I uploaded a video called the Dream Axolotl Song Remix. I do not like that song. I know I created it, but I still get to dislike it. I did not spend a lot of time on it. And even though it was so bad, somehow it got 100,000 views.
You put Dream in the title.
Oh yeah, Dream.
It's Dream.
Yeah, that's what drove the algorithm.
Yeah.
So just put Dream in the title and million views.
Exactly. Just you win.
I need to try that again. Reverb's Dream? Does Reverb have a dream? Wait, it has Dream in the title?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the title is. Just put Dream before the title and just no context. Just Dream how to cook an egg. Dream.
Animate Dream in 3D cooking an egg, and then banger video. You'll get 10 million views. Calling it right now.
Fairly certain if I named it Dream Did I Jump Scare You, it would have been much better off.
Probably, honestly. It probably
Dream
100
SFG taught
million
me and
views.
it ran boo did I jump scare.
Yeah, just so asking a question in the title to like make comments mentioning any popular YouTuber. So just like do like, does Dream know how to cook an egg? And then there you go, viral video, you got it.
That would be a good
Dream.
series. Just anime Dream doing random
Just anime
stuff
Dream,
and
yeah.
then just say can Dream do this and then like yeah.
Can he do
Dream
it?
cook an egg?
We'll see this time.
Can Dream not cheat at the game? Can he? We don't know.
Oh no.
We don't know. Hopefully he can.
Yeah. Anyways, you have an animated series possibly coming up. Talk a little bit about that.
So, for the last month, I've been planning an animated series with Reverb where he escapes the cube room.
Oh. Very,
Is that
very
it?
nice.
No more leaks, no plot line.
I will tell you one more thing. Blender does not like episode 1. It
oh no.
It keeps on crashing again and again.
Rip.
Yeah. Well, good luck with that. I don't know how Blender works. I tried it for like a month. I couldn't get it. I was still stuck on that donut video on episode like two halfway. I just quit, I deleted it.
Yeah.
Done.
I'm too busy with other things to pick up another software. I have Photoshop, Illustrator. Now I gotta add on Blender. Yeah, I don't have enough time, but I definitely encourage it. Sounds great.
Blender was hard to learn for me because I downloaded it and I thought to myself, I'm gonna learn 3D modeling. I ignored it for a month after deciding I didn't like it.
I
And
think
then I
most
came
people did.
back.
Oh yeah, I guess you're like the 1% that comes back after like a break, after a quote unquote break. Everyone tells themselves that they're gonna come back to it. You know, this difficult now, but if I like do more research, I'll come back to Blender. I mean, that's what I did, but you know, I never came back. I'm not coming back.
Yeah.
I hate it.
So I came back to it.
Yeah.
And I followed the donut tutorial.
Did you finish it?
No, I left after creating a single donut shape.
Oh.
That's all you needed. Now all your characters can be donuts.
And then after 2 months, I came back to Blender.
Of course.
And then I actually did learn it.
Yeah.
And it was actually really easy to learn when you want to learn it.
Yeah, Tiny. It's really easy to learn. You just gotta try.
I feel like I was yeah, you were attacking me, Pixels. I felt that.
Oh my gosh.
I actually no, I didn't really want to learn it, to be honest. Yeah, but I'm not coming back to it. I guess good luck with Blender. Is there are you gonna when do you think is the episode is gonna air? Like when do you think you're gonna upload it?
The first episode of the series will probably... I actually don't know if I'll be able to finish it. Because Blender just doesn't want to run that file.
Yeah.
So you're willing to like quit? Is it not that important to you?
I may finish it in a month or 2 if I have free time. Because at the current moment, I have things to do like
Fair enough.
school.
Yeah. Understandable. Yeah. So, yeah. How did you you kind of got here from like it's really weird how you kind of became kind of like how you like met people and like even got on this podcast, because it's like we met in the like strangest circumstances, and then you kind of like showed up everywhere else. Like how did you like it's still so weird because I found like an old like gif that you made of like a character running, like a pixel character that was a TV, and I was like, I want to use that as a gif. I want to ask the original creator for permission. And then I found like I somehow like found out who you were, probably through Bonides, because you were in like a mutual server. And then you like made an entirely new one that like fit my character's color scheme, which is like amazing. And then you kind of just like joined the community. You made the Jteller game. You joined Inverso, which is massive as well. Like, how did you kind of get here? Like, yeah.
Well, it all started when
He was
Jteller,
born.
believe it or not, Jteller asked me if he could use a GIF. So I decided to make him new ones, or
Yeah.
them new ones,
Mm-hmm.
to fit their character.
Mm-hmm.
Did they pay you?
So listen, I feel so bad because never once have I like it's just been like Pixelz has just been giving me these things, and I feel so bad. I will eventually pay Pixelz. I
Bomb
will
drop.
because
No,
I
it's
feel bad because Pixelz made me an entire game.
I
Made
knew
me
it.
like things that I could
knew
use
it.
for like channel alerts and like and I've yet to pay Pixelz a single cent. I feel so
Pixels,
bad.
get your money up, not your funny. Come on.
I give you permission to rob me whenever you feel. I feel bad. But yeah.
Here you go.
But yeah, thank you for making so many free things. I appreciate it.
I have actually started the tiny game.
The tiny game?
Tiny game?
That's
go.
all I'll say about that.
Yo, Tiny's getting a game. Let's go.
Oh.
It's gonna be a game, the creator aspect game.
Oh, creator aspect. Yeah, it can be. You can combine them both. Like combine the
Oh my
files,
God.
and then hopefully it doesn't break, and then there you go.
Now he's gonna work on another game that I can't pay. That I can't pay for, Tiny. I'm broke.
Well,
I can't pay for these things.
Get a job.
I will try. Okay. But yeah, I think a little while ago you uploaded a video on your animation improvement from 2020 to now, and it was like a massive difference, like very big difference. And like even since that video was made, you've learned an entirely new art style that could be added into that looks even better than all your previous ones. So how did you kind of like just like what, I don't know, what kept you motivated over that like time to like like work so much on it and like kind of get to where you are?
I think it's seeing other people's animations that inspires me the most.
Yeah. Of course, yeah.
What about other people seeing your animations? Do you not enjoy that also? Seeing people watch what you created and probably took like a long time to make?
Yeah, that also inspires me too, but I think what pushed me to improve the most was seeing other people's animations and thinking to myself, could I make something as good as that?
Yeah. Of course.
Well, that's a different mindset than what I have. When I see something good, like Saddest, I'm like, how the fuck? I will never what? There's no way.
Tiny, you gotta have the Pixelz mindset. Pixel thinks, I want to be like that. Tiny's like, I will never be like that. So you gotta have Yeah.
I guess Pixels is more. You're more like, okay, I see someone that did it, so it's possible.
Mm-hmm.
Then that means that I can do it.
Yeah.
Well,
Have the
I'm like,
Pixels mindset,
oh,
not the tiny mindset.
yeah, okay.
Work on it. You'll improve. Of course, you've like made many genres of like videos for your animations. You've made like kind of like just random memes of your animations. You've made like story based. You've made like comedy based. You've made a bunch of other stuff. Do you feel like you'll ever hone in on like a specific genre of content? Like, yeah.
I do not know. I haven't found it yet.
Of course. But yeah, you've definitely done some like a ton of experimentation over that's like the time period you've been making things. Cause yeah.
When you're finished with all the games, like the tiny game, the what was that, the other game, the RPG game that you've been working on a
Forest
lot,
Floor.
huh?
Mhm.
Which one do
Forest
you
Floor.
think? Which one do you think would be your most favorite one?
I think I think Forest Floor because I've
Mhm.
definitely put the most effort into it if I ever complete it.
What makes Force 4 like different from the other games that you have made?
The thing about the other games is I got inspired and I made a game.
Mhm.
So the reason that Forest Floor is different is because while working on it, you're not always inspired.
Yeah.
For a game as big as Forest Floor, you're not always going to be inspired while uh, working on other games.
Mhm.
They're short enough so that you're always inspired while making it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Of course. Well, any closing thoughts?
What do you
Tiny.
have you
Oh
seen
yeah,
those
go for it.
videos? Have you guys seen those videos? The game dev videos where they make there's like a bunch of YouTubers, Danny,
Mm.
other YouTubers that make games. Pixels,
Yeah.
do you think that that's realistic? Do you actually? It feels like it's too easy to make games from what I see from their videos. Is it actually like you find a problem and then you just solve it, and it isn't like you have to like spend days to like do one problem, or is it as easy as it looks?
So the thing is about GDevelop is GDevelop, the programming language, is a lot different from most
Mhm.
other programming languages, but I think that it may be realistic because when you learn a programming language, it's really easy to use after that.
Mhm.
Is it easy to learn it in the first place, the programming language like C# and Java?
I do not know because
Oh
I've
yeah, you
only
haven't.
ever learned
Have you ever
GDevelop.
tried it?
Yes,
Is it bad, or did you like it, or are you never coming back?
I have no idea. It's just like Blender. I
Mhm.
decided to follow a tutorial one day, and I might come back to it, and
Mhm.
I might not.
Of course, yeah. Where do you see yourself kind of in the future? Like, of course, what you're working on now, where do you see like yourself going like within the next 6 months to a year?
Um, I'll definitely be working more on my animations than anything else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But within the next 6 months to a year, I'll hopefully have that series working on Blender.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully.
Of course.
Maybe I might release Forest Floor as well if I can work on that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna play that on stream. I wanna, I, uh, I
Yeah, it
wanna see
sounds like a
Forest
fun
Lore.
game.
Yeah.
But it's all just like hopefully, maybe. So you're not certain that any of this is gonna like work out. You don't. seems certain.
Or not like 100%.
Yeah, well, plans changed. I may find something else that I want to do more.
Fair enough.
Usually it happens monthly or weekly. One week I want to do music, and the next I want to do animations.
Fair enough. Of course. Very, very much fair enough. Do you have any like advice for someone that's new to making art or music or games or anything? One of the anyone that
Okay,
wants to
let's
do
games.
what you
Wait.
do, one of the a billion like things you're able to do, like they want to do something like similar to how you do it. What is your advice for new creators in any of these fields?
I think my advice would be to... Oh, that's a hard question. My advice would be to work on whatever inspires you the most.
Of course. Well, thank you, Pixelz,
Yay.
so much for coming on the podcast. Let's go. Thank you.
Yay,
Well,
Pixels. You were supposed to be here last episode, but Jteller doesn't like you.
No. Hold up, Pixel. Listen. Plans
Alright.
change, and also you went on a vacation. Yeah, by the way, welcome back. But yeah, thank you for coming on the podcast. I appreciate it. And thank you everyone for watching. That pretty much wraps up this episode, so we will see you next week.